Before we begin, viewer discretion is strongly advised. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It contains sensitive topics, including allegations of crime, coercion, and personal accounts from court records. Some details are still under seal or part of ongoing legal cases. In a federal courtroom in Manhattan on May 27, 2025, something big happened. The trial of Sean Diddy Combs, charged with serious crimes like fraudulent business dealings and sex trafficking, was already making headlines. But on this day, a name was mentioned that shocked everyone. It was not shouted out or splashed across news sites. It was quietly entered into the official court record. That name was Curtis Jackson, better known as 50 Cent. For years, everyone knew 50 Cent and Diddy did not get along. Their beef was public, full of diss tracks, interviews, and posts on social media that kept fans talking. But what came out in the court was not just about their rivalry. It was a story that tied them together in ways no one expected, not through music or business, but through secrets, warnings, and a mysterious list that changed everything. This is a story about a single testimony, a whispered warning, and a truth that is finally coming to light. The courtroom was quiet when Capricorn Clark took the stand. She was a former assistant to Diddy from 2003 to 2007. She was not a famous person, but someone who saw things up close. She worked in Diddy's inner circle, handling schedules, guest lists, and private events for Bad Boy Records. Her job gave her access to things most people never saw. When she started talking, her voice was calm but heavy, like she was finally letting go of something she had kept inside for years. Capricorn told the court about a night in 2004 at a Bad Boy studio in New York. It was late, after midnight, and the place was almost empty. Only Diddy, a few security guys, and a couple of staff were around, she recalled to the court. Capricorn was organizing some papers when she overheard Diddy talking to a man in a dark suit. This guy was not a regular bodyguard or assistant. He had a quiet, serious vibe, like someone important, she continued. She leaned in and overheard what Diddy was saying. She heard Diddy say, "Curtis thinks he's untouchable. He doesn't know I'm watching him." His voice was low, almost angry. The man said something in reply, but Capricorn did not catch it. However, she saw Diddy hand him a plain manila folder stuffed with papers. Later, when she was alone, she saw a similar folder and peeked at it. On the top page in black ink was one name, Curtis Jackson. Below it were dates, places, and some strange initials like a code. She didn't read more. She was too scared. But that moment stuck with her. It was not just a random memory. It was the first clue that 50 Cent and Diddy were connected in ways that went beyond their public beef. Capricorn kept going. She told the court about another incident, this time from 2005, at a private party in Miami. It was one of Diddy's famous events, the kind where only a few people got invited. The guest list was small and the vibe was secretive. 50 Cent was not there, but his name came up. Capricorn overheard Diddy talking to a small group of men in a back room. 50 Cent is playing a game he does not get, Diddy said, his voice calm but sharp. He is on the list, but he does not know what that means yet. Capricorn did not know what the list was, but the way Diddy said it made her feel uneasy. She didn't tell anyone at the time. She just filed it away in her mind. Not long after she found out what the list was not just a figure of speech. It is a real document, one that Diddy and his closest people keep. It is not about music or business deals. It is about power, Capricorn revealed to the court. The list had names of people connected to Diddy's world, artists, rivals, friends, and enemies. It tracked who was loyal, who owed him, and who was a problem. 50 Cent's name was on it, and it was not just written down. It was circled, underlined, marked as something to deal with. Capricorn said she saw it again in 2006, in Diddy's office. Inside a locked drawer she was asked to open for some paperwork. The list was on thick, fancy paper, with some names crossed out in red ink. 50 Cent's name was still there, with one word next to it, pending, she said. Capricorn's description was enough to make people in the courtroom whisper. The list was not just a record, it was a way to control people, to keep track of who was in and who was out. 50 Cent, whether he knew it or not, was a target. But how did he end up on this list, and why? Capricorn said she did some findings and found out some hidden things. It all started in 2003, she said. 50 Cent was on top of the world. His album Get Rich or Die Tryin' had just dropped, and he was the new star of hip-hop, backed by Eminem and Dr. Dre. She revealed that Diddy was already a legend then, running Bad Boy Records and living the mogul life. One night, both Diddy and 50 Cent were at a big nightclub event in Manhattan, a launch party for a new album. It was a typical industry night, lots of celebrities, music, and flashing lights. But something happened that night, something that didn't make the news, Capricorn revealed to the court. She noticed something strange. Diddy had personally asked for 50 Cent to be added to a special inner circle list for a private afterparty. This was not the main event. It was a smaller, exclusive gathering in a penthouse suite upstairs. She did not think much of it at first. Diddy was known for throwing secret parties for the elite, but then she saw something else. As the main party was ending, a woman approached 50 Cent in the VIP section. She was tall, dressed in all black, with a scarf covering part of her face. Capricorn didn't know her, but she moved like she belonged there, like she had a job to do. She leaned in and whispered something to 50 Cent. His face didn't change, but his body did. He stood up straighter, looked around the room, and then walked away. Capricorn overheard him tell his security, "I'm not going up there." The after party went on without him. When Capricorn saw the guest list for the penthouse later that night, it was short, maybe 10 names, all handwritten. 50 Cent's name was on it, but it was crossed out in red ink, with a note next to it, declined. It turned out that 50 Cent had just escaped from one of Diddy's manipulative schemes. Who was the woman who warned 50 Cent? Capricorn was unable to find out her name, but her warning to 50 Cent was clear. Don't go to the penthouse. It was not about a fun party, it was about staying safe. 50 Cent, who grew up in Queens and survived being shot 9 times, didn't need to be told twice. He left the club, and that choice might have saved him from something much worse. Capricorn continued her testimony. She talked about some of the well-known incidents between Diddy and 50 Cent. In 2006, 50 Cent dropped a song called The Bomb, where he accused Diddy of knowing who killed the notorious B.I.G. back in 1997. It was a bold move, and it made their beef public in a big way. Diddy played it cool in interviews, saying he had no beef with 50 Cent, but Capricorn said it was not true. Diddy was furious, she told the court. In a private meeting with his team, he told us, 50 Cent is trying to burn everything down, and that 50 Cent doesn't know Diddy has the upper hand. She saw him make a phone call one night, talking quietly about taking care of it. She didn't hear the details, but the next day, Diddy mentioned 50 Cent again, this time saying, "He'll learn what happens when you cross me." Capricorn then talked about something that happened in 2007. It was something quieter, but just as important. The meeting was between 50 Cent and Diddy in a fancy Manhattan hotel, away from cameras and fans. The meeting was about fixing problems between the two men. No deal was made, but there was talk of a $1.5 million payment and a promise to keep quiet about past events. But 50 Cent didn't agree. He told Diddy, "I don't do those kinds of deal," and walked out. Capricorn said she noticed a change after that. In 2008, 50 Cent's attacks on Diddy slowed down. He made vague comments when asked about Diddy, she said to the court. However, in 2010, he resumed, but his approach was different, less direct, more focused on Diddy's business deals like Ciroc Vodka. He was being cautious, Capricorn suggested, as if he knew something he was not ready to reveal. That was not all. She also told the court something very shocking that caused the audience to shift uneasily in their seats. She told the court about a scary night in 2011 when she was kidnapped at gunpoint by Diddy's people. It happened after a fight about her past connection to Suge Knight, Diddy's rival. During that ordeal, Diddy brought up 50 Cent again, saying, "He's another one who thinks he can outsmart me." Capricorn's voice shook as she spoke, but she kept going. His voice was cold, like he had a plan. "I was scared, but I remembered every word." She told the court about a second list, not on paper but stored on a private computer server. This list wasn't just names, it was a catalog of secrets Diddy could use against people. 50 Cent's name was on it, marked uncooperative. Capricorn admitted that she never saw the server, but she overheard Diddy mention it saying, "Everything is on the server. Nobody gets away." She told the court, "I don't know if the server was found, but I believe it was real." It explains why Mr. Combs was so focused on Mr. Jackson. The jury listened intently, the weight of her words sinking in. Capricorn also testified about a document, which was an anonymous package sent to 50 Cent's production company, G-Unit Film and Television, in 2020. The package contained papers that appeared to be internal Bad Boy records. It was a payment and an agreement to avoid trouble. Capricorn said, "I didn't see the package myself, but a colleague still at Bad Boy told me about it." She said that she was not sure 50 Cent took the deal, but it suggested Diddy was trying to keep him quiet about something. She addressed the court about 50 Cent's Netflix docuseries, Did Diddy Do It?, announced in 2024. "I am not working for Mr. Combs anymore," she said, "but I heard about it through industry contacts. The show is not just entertainment, it is Mr. Jackson's way of exposing Mr. Combs's alleged crimes." Capricorn explained that the docu-series focused on Diddy's freak-off parties that are now central to the trial. Her testimony reached a chilling peak when she spoke about an incident that happened recently. She learned through industry contacts that 50 Cent received a red envelope at his G-Unit office. It had no return address, no sender, just a single sheet of paper inside, typed in an old-fashioned font. "You left the room, but the room remembers you." There was a USB drive with a 15-second audio clip in the envelope. "I didn't hear the clip, but my contact said it was Mr. Combs' voice, saying 50 Cent thinks he is free. He is never free," she revealed to the court. She said 50 Cent didn't share the clip publicly, but it was a warning. It showed Mr. Combs was still watching Mr. Jackson, even during this trial. It was not just a note, it was proof of how far his reach went. Capricorn's testimony ended with a powerful statement. Mr. Jackson never took this stand, but he does not need to. His social media posts, his docuseries, his whole career, they are his testimony. He has been fighting Mr. Combs for years, not just with words but with proof. She mentioned a final document from a former Bad Boy employee stating that in 2008, Diddy offered 50 Cent a deal to work on a liquor brand. 50 Cent declined, saying, "I don't trust him with my name." Capricorn testified, "I think Mr. Jackson knew something, and that is why he stayed away." This story is not just about 50 Cent and Diddy. It is about power, secrets, and the cost of saying no. 50 Cent did not just survive, he fought back, using his platform to expose a dark truth. But the envelopes, the lists, the warnings, they are reminders that the room is still out there, watching, waiting for the next name. Will 50 Cent eventually testify against Diddy? Will his docu-series expose more dark truths about Diddy? Tell us what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories like this. This video is for education and entertainment only. Share this carefully and responsibly.